Previously we saw in the recap that Bel ended up in the red light district after following his familia member Mikado. He became separated from his friends, but a prostitute named Aisha caught Bel. She realized it was Bel Crenel from Hestia Familia, that famous little rookie. She and her companions took Bel to their home, which belonged to the Ishtar family. So, to protect his innocence, Bel took the chance to escape, and another prostitute named Haruim helped Bel in hiding from others. As they became acquainted, Bel realized that Haruim wanted to get out of the prostitute business while concealing the fact that Bel then escaped. Then Ishtar, the goddess of love, had a feud with Freya, the goddess of beauty, after learning of Freya's interest in Bel. Ishtar has also set her sights on Bel. As the story progressed, the thought of Haru bothered Bel so much that he mentioned it to his other familia member. Just as Bel mentioned it, Mikado's interest was piqued because she went to the red light district in search of a woman named Haru. She was a distinct friend of hers from the Far East, and she received word that Haru was working in brothels somewhere in Orario town. However, Lily interrupted the conversation and advised Bel to abandon the idea of getting into trouble with other familia members. So, to inquire about Ishtar Familia, Bel approached one of his guild friends named Anna. She took Bel and told him about the Ishtar Familia and their members, but there was no record of Haru. As a result, they assumed she was a low-level adventurer. And because Bel has a habit of getting into trouble, Anna advised him not to get involved with the Ishtar Familia. For all she knows, the Ishtar Familia is one of the most powerful families in the Io city. Then Bel asked Mikado about Haru on another day. She told him that Haru was of a noble bloodline from the east and was a very close friend of hers and others in the Takemikazuchi family. However, after receiving the blessing of God Takemikazuchi, they traveled to Orario town. They wanted to help her but didn't know how because this was the first time she heard about her. Hermes then appeared, as he was the one who told Ishtar about the Bel. Before meeting with Bel, Hermes first went to Mia to deliver a message to Freya about Ishtar's desire for Bel. So, aside from that, Bel and Mikado told Hermes about their situation, and he had an idea: buy the girl. Buying a prostitute was common in the red light district, and just like that, Hermes revealed to Bel that when he was in the red district and they met, he was actually there to deliver a thing called the killing stone. So they asked their goddess Hestia about it, but even she didn't know anything about it. So the main topic was raising enough funds to purchase Haruim from the Ishtar Familia. So they all went to the dungeon floor to kill hordes of monsters to raise enough money. As the scene shifts to Ishtar, she instructs her family members to capture Bel in such a way that no one will suspect them. And the best way to catch him was in the dungeon. So without knowing their motives, Haru cast her a level boost on Aisha, with which she completely dominate Bel and knock him unconscious. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Familia Commander Fern swooped away Bel when no one was looking. She wanted to enjoy Bel sexually, but her way is rather hellish. But no one can get a boner looking at a toad, so she went in search of an aphrodisiac. Haru arrived just in time to free Bel and save him from that toad. While she was caught up in this, she also managed to free Mikado. But because only Haruim was aware of Commander Fern's secret room where she tortured men's, freeing Bel would cause trouble for Haru. But it was as if she didn't care for some reason. But when Bel told her that they had found a way to free her, she was overjoyed and her eyes welled up with tears. But she never got any hope because she herself had given up on her life for some reason. But, aside from that, Velf and Lily informed Hestia and Takemikazuchi about the kidnapping of Bel and Mikado by the Ishtar Familia. Hestia suddenly recalls Bel's mention of a killing stone. When Takemikazuchi noticed out about it, he told them that a killing stone is used to take the soul of a renard or a fox person in order to gain unimaginable sorcery powers. At the same time, Mikado discovered the killing stone ritual through some documents in the Ishtar Familia. With this knowledge, she rushed to the location where Bel and Haruim were and inquired about it. Unfortunately, Aisha arrived and took Haruim, despite the fact that Bel wanted to assist Haruim. So she told them that when Haruim first arrived at Ishtar Familia, she was always separated from everyone. She always hides her pain and smiles in front of others, which was heartbreaking. So, in order to save her, she broke the killing stone they had, which was required for the ritual, and as a result, she has endured hellish torture from her familia Manor and her very own goddess. It would be the same for him and his family members if he gets involved, so Bel was hesitant for a moment. As soon as Aisha pointed out his hesitation, he was at a loss and felt ashamed of himself. To make matters worse, the entire red light district was sealed off by the Ishtar Familia in order to capture Bel. That even God couldn't enter, so Bel resolved to save Haru at any cost and began wreaking havoc in order to attract attention so that Mikado could rescue Haru. Seeing the entire facade from afar, Oka and the others made their way in to save Bel and Mikado. However, when they encountered difficulties along the way, a member of the Freya family named Alan stepped in to assist them. While Bel was successful in diverting attention, Mikado attempted to save Haruim. But, during that attempt, at that time Ishtar appeared and directed her manservant to capture Bel. She tried to charm Bel by flashing her naked body, but it didn't work. So she checked Bel's status and discovered that his skill Raoula's phase is the rarest skill that gives him the power to level up through his emotion, making him immune. While she was shocked, Bel ran away from there, and Freya, she was preparing her entire familia for an all-out attack. While that was going on, sadly, Mikado was unable to save Haru, so she self-destructed to take out as many guards as she could, giving Bel a good chance of winning. With her assistance, Bel took that chance and destroyed that killing stone. It was a pain in the ass to find a killing stone, so Fern was irritated that their chance to destroy Freya familia had passed them by. However, it can happen again as long as they have Haruim, and even she persuaded Bel to leave her because she is just a prostitute. But Bel doesn't care and tells Haru to say whatever she desire. Fern wanted Haruim to cast her level boost spell on her so she could kill Bel, but she instead cast it on Bel because she needed to get out of that place and regain her freedom. While Bel was fighting Fern, Freya launched an all-out attack on the Ishtar familia. She had tolerated Ishtar until now, but she went too far by attempting to obtain the Bel. With the level boost, Bel's power increased to the point where his strike broke the floor, in which Fern fell, but Aisha couldn't just let him take Haru, so she tried to fight Bel but eventually lost to him. While that was happening, Ishtar ran into Freya who was fleeing. She became terrified and apologized for being in her way, but Freya did not spare her, and with that slap as she fell, she was returned to the heavens, and Ishtar met her end. And it appears that everything went as Hermes had planned. So everything went well, and Bel was able to save Haru.